So three of my favorite music albums are the 500 Days of Summer soundtrack, the Rolling Stones at Hot Rocks, and Mumford & Sons' first album, Sigh No More. First off, I love the 500 Days of Summer soundtrack just like I love the movie. I think they did a really great job of picking songs that kind of fit the mood and like emotions of the movie scenes really well, but also picking songs that pair together so well that the album like really can stand alone and still be equally as great. I also love that it's like a very versatile mix of more like lesser known and well known artists as well as like a bunch of different music genres, and so I feel like when I listen to that album I'm really getting like everything I could want all in one. And it's also really perfect for a summer's day, which is fitting. I also love the Rolling Stones. I grew up on a very steady diet of rock and roll. It was always on in the kitchen while we were cooking or doing dishes, or definitely on our long road trips. And whenever my sister and I would complain about like wanting something and not getting it, my parents would sing "You Can't Always Get What You Want" by the Rolling Stones as their response, and definitely see the humor in it now, but I definitely did not enjoy that as a kid, so I would say to this day that's probably my least favorite song on the album, but overall still a really great album and one of my favorites. And then lastly, I love Mumford & Sons' first album, Sigh No More, and I don't even really listen to this album as much as I used to, but I chose it because I feel like it marked like a very significant change in like my music taste. I remember the first time I heard The Cave come on, and I was in the car or something, and I grabbed Shazam because I was so intrigued by that like kind of mixture of folk rock with those really awesome lyrics. And so after that, I fell in love with Mumford & Sons. But really, I chose this album because I feel like it opened like a lot of doors afterwards. Like once I started listening to that, I discovered a lot more artists that I hadn't heard of before that I love, and they're some of my favorites now, like The Head and the Heart and the Lumineers and Ben Howard. But yeah, I just feel like that album was like a very significant change in my music taste, and so that's why it's one of my favorites. So yeah, those are my three favorite music albums.